Hello, Peru. I'm on the way to Cusco, town of Inapari. Now I just find the immigration office. Hopefully I've not gone past it already. I don't know. If we're already in there, I might have already gone past it. Hopefully not. Hopefully this is it. Ah, what a beauty. This gentleman's picked me up in his VW Classic on the way to Chachani in Peru. Unbelievable. Ooh la la la. Peru. Legendary. Let's get inside and enjoy the ride. Oh. Gracias.
¿De dónde? Ciérralo más fuerte. Listo.
So here I am, the third time back at Chachani to try and make it to the true summit. The first time I came, back in 2018, I took all my stuff and went just right. Should I say climbers right? No, climbers left, sorry, of the true summit. So it probably is about 100 meters less. And then last time I came was last year, hoping to get a quick sneaky peek or sneaky success to the top before I hitchhiked to Lima. Well, unfortunately the clouds came in and it started raining, and by the time I'd got up the next morning I wasn't adjusted to the acclimatization, so I was getting a headache, so I had to come back down. But hopefully, perfect day today, no clouds in sight. Hopefully it'll stay that way, or maybe just one there. Hopefully it won't get any more. And I'll get up there in the next 6-7 hours and then back down. The only thing is, it's very, very cold at the moment at this time of year, October. God, last night it's absolute freezing. Nearly froze my toes off and my fingers just standing here at 4,000 meters, never mind 6,000 meters. And I had to race to get into my sleeping bag, try and warm my toes up. So I've got to get down before it gets dark tonight. I've brought an extra blanket just to be sure, and some hand warmers. And I was only wearing flip-flops yesterday with no socks, so I've got 2 layers of socks as well and trains on, so hopefully it won't be as cold. Oh, and it was about, midnight nearly? So by the time I get back down, it will only be about 7-8 o'clock. So all those factors together, hopefully it will be a successful mission today. Quick zoom in to the true summit, which I think is right there. And then El Misty. And there's the highway, all the trucks. And that's where I'll be going tomorrow morning when I hitch out and get to Chile, and hopefully make the last 2 days of skiing on my Mountain Collective Pass down in Valle Nevados near Santiago. Alrighty then, let's proceed. Meters to go, so I might have to go to this hood again like I went at last time out here, because it looks like the clouds are partially forming over it, and it's just so windy as well. So the wind's going to make it very unbearable to go up there. Still getting amazing colours, so I love the colours. That's my favourite thing, the contrasting hues and the different shades in Chachani makes it one of my favourite mountains ever. Not a difficult mountain, technically. It's definitely a good workout, because you've got to be at high altitude and walk a long distance from where I was. If you got dropped off here in the car, which many people do, then it's pretty easy, but I've walked 17 kilometers from the road all the way down there. It's too much to get a car by yourself. Amazing scenery. So I think these clouds just look like they're going to get worse and worse, so there's no point going up, and the wind's too cold. It was extremely cold at 4,000 meters yesterday, so I wouldn't even like to think what it's going to be like here, or even at the top. So let's hope it's a sunny morning tomorrow and try and go up tomorrow morning. Hopefully they've got some blankets and sleeping bags in the actual hut. If it's still there, that is, as well. I do not know. There might be people in there and they might say, nope, sorry, you can't come in. And then I'll have to turn around and go all the way back to my tent, which would be a bugger because that's a good 15, 16 kilometers away. So, oh well, at least I had another go. I'll just have to come back for the fourth time. And that time I'll have to camp higher up and be ready to get up there first thing in the morning. Yeah, I was very fortunate 2 years ago, back in 2018 when I came here, and literally there was no clouds whatsoever or wind for like 2 days. So I managed to sleep at 5,500 meters, get to the top at sunset, sleep up there, go back up, collect my stuff the next morning, and then go down the other side all the way back to Arequipa. That was what, 3,500 meter descent. I think that's just too much hard work, so I prefer to go this way and back to the higher elevation, 4,000 meters on the north side of Chachani. Alrighty then, I'm going to continue to the hut because I just don't think there's any point going up to the top now because of the wind and the forming clouds. Alrighty then, let's proceed. Chilly, chilly, chilly. So here I am, about 5,100 meters from sea level in Chachani National Park. And it looks like the skies are clearing, so maybe tomorrow could be a perfect day. Unlike last time, there's quite a few people here I could see on the hill before, maybe about 3 or 4 people. I can hear the voices, so I probably will not be able to sleep in the hut this time. But I think I'm going to approach it differently. I'm going to try and wrap up warm as I can till about 10 o'clock, maybe pushing at midnight, and then I'm going to start climbing and just slowly get up there, take my time, give me 5 hours. Sunrise is about 5, perfect timing. Just hope I don't freeze myself off, but I've got some hand warmers, I've got 2 layers of socks and beanie hats, trousers and jumper, and an extra blanket, so fingers crossed this blanket will keep me warm enough to get up there, and that'll be it. And then I'll be zombified going back down, but maybe I'll get very lucky and manage to hitch a ride tomorrow morning with some of these people on tour with the guides, if they're feeling kind enough. But my god, gorgeous colours. This is my favourite time of day. A little bit higher on the other side and you get some really amazing colours of El Missy when I was last time here, when I got to the top in 2018. Last time I was here, sorry, in 2024, last year, the clouds have just completely shrouded the mountains. It rained or snowed a bit, and then in the morning it was all clouded out. So, and I was feeling sick from the what do you call it? From the acclimatization, the lack of it. So I had to call it quits. But fingers crossed I'll do it this time. I've taken longer to come up, so hopefully it's allowed my body to adjust it slightly more. And I will just start climbing about midnight. Fingers crossed I'll make it. Not fall over too many rocks. Wow, just wow. Chachani, Arequipa, Peru. Here we are at the top of Chachani at 6,050 or 6,070 meters. Down there is the biggest city, Arequipa. Down to when I came here ended up walking all the way down this way. The camp somewhere down there, 5,500 meters, where I lost all my sleeping gear. It was in November, no sorry, December or January, so it wasn't as cold. Boy oh boy, it's cold today. Yeah, so I think I was on the summit over there this time. Not this true summit, I might be this other. That's where I ended up walking all the way down that way. Arequipa. That's where I came from. Where I'm heading back to 4,000 meters. Arequipa is only 2,500 meters. I'll take back around there, all the way back to where the highway is. I go all around the mountain, all the way to Arequipa, and then on to Chile. So I'm the first one up today. There's a lot of people have caught up with me just because I've not been acclimatized properly. So I've just had to go very, very slowly. Otherwise I would have just fainted, puked my guts up. Amazing the snow formations right here. None of these when I came here last time. We will be gone by the time we get to January comes. They're all melted out. So I took around local people stood on that ridge there and go down back all the way around. And here comes another guy right here. Might be able to see, might not in this light. Chachani. Put these gloves back on, get frozen hands. Right in. Oh yeah, and that's still misty. Not as stunning as last time I was here, not as much colour. Still amazing to see. Some colourful cliff formations, contrasting colours, beautiful. It's not too good at this time of day, but nonetheless. Down, starting to get too cold, nauseous because of the altitude sickness. Down fast as I can. There's Arequipa. Formations of snow. Right then, let's proceed this way and all the way back down, straight ahead, and took right. Literally straight lined it all the way from this ridge, just coming from the very top of Chachani, a few zigzags, and then I suddenly started getting onto this really nice scree. So I thought, suck it, rather than follow the track, just a straight line here, even through some cliff bands, and it's just super fast. Awesome. Yeah, I badly needed to get rid of some of the altitude there. I was starting to feel really nauseous. just dizzy, just horrible. I still have to gain some, or should I say lose some altitude still, because we're still at nearly 5.2. I think underneath 4.9 would be good to start getting better. Yeah, the sun's out. There's some beautiful shades now, showing their colours. Quick poo-poo, and then continue on my way and try and hitchhike a ride out, because I really do not want to have to walk out again. That's just a killer. That was like 17 to 20 kilometers just to where the car park is. And it's only going to get hotter, and I'm absolutely exhausted. Like, I maybe got 1 hour's sleep last night, and just absolute spent. Just muscles, and my general nauseousness isn't so good. So once we get to Chile, I should be alright again. Or even to a little town near here, or a big town. Keep getting the name. Arequipa. Area, and there's a drone. Why are there a drone? No one around. So it must be a pretty advanced drone. See it? Strange. Middle of nowhere. Can't see anyone around. Must have a good range. Anyway, that's where I've just come from, Chachani, right at the summit. And that was a killer right on the knees. It's like, wow, just like boom. But I made it, finally, on third attempt. And there's El Misti. Not quite as stunning as when I first viewed it on my first time here. In the evening, that turns into a beautiful purplish colour. But first thing in the morning, you haven't got the sun behind it, or giving it the special colours, so didn't really look that spectacular. But nonetheless, it's still a nice place, and I finally conquered it. So now, time to get to Chile, do some skiing, and I'll be heading this way. It'll be about a 12k walk if I can't get a ride. Not fun in the heat, especially when you've not got any nice cold drink. Oh, there we go. Oh, so we're at 1:30. Well, that's good, because I was sick as a parrot almost when I was at the top of Chachani, because it's 6,000 meters just over. And it was just so hard to walk and everything, just making me nauseous. And now that I'm back at this level, I feel much better. Yeah, I definitely didn't give myself enough time for the altitude sickness, or to acclimatise, so I didn't get altitude sickness. Alrighty then, I will continue this way. Fingers crossed, get a lift somehow. Here we are in Arequipa. There, El Misti. And over there, Chachani, where I was this morning. It's 5 AM. I got to the summit. It's a long slog, 6-hour slog. A bit of snow on it this time. Previous times I come was in around Christmas, so there was no snow then. So it's good to see a bit of change. Chachani. Now I'll head to Tacna and then on to Chile, this way.